live. Forgot what I was gonna say now. I want to run this without my camera on for a little bit because my head is hurting. So I'm kind of like not looking at the screen. I'm kind of looking. Oh, come on. My phone's on. Amateur. So I'm gonna do this. Okay, let's do this all over again. I really got a bad headache, but I want to do this anyway. Welcome everybody to another Small Engine Saturday. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this out. This is one of the best Small Engine live streams on YouTube. Welcome everybody. We got Pool Bear Ed in the house. We got Bocce. We got Rail. We got Adam Small Town Machine Shop. We got East Coast Ken. We got ACM. We got Hello. We got Old School Repair Shop. Welcome everybody to Small Engine Saturday. Woo! Sometimes after I do the intro, I need to puff my inhaler just to keep them going. All right, what's up, everybody? Let's see. I'll put up the link here in a second. Ooh, what the hell did I just do? Oh, there we go. So, I guess this is the part where I update everybody before I put the link out. So, I still ain't filmed the video on the go-kart. The go-kart's in the shop. Sorry, guys. I've been working on this 7.3 IDI for those that hasn't seen it. I just posted a short of it running. That was this week's project. I didn't film it other than a few shorts on it. Because, yeah. Anyway, against my college is Jeff Bizzo. Hope he has a rocket. And we got Cyrus Mobile Diesels. Turner, did you go see the video yet? Let's show the video. Hold on. Video. Woo! You hear the dogs? Okay. Let's see. I'll post it. We're going to show the video short right here, right now. Right here, right now. Ooh, wait a minute. Still smokes, but it's getting better with time. This was before I ran it long. I ran it for like over an hour after this. And we'll go here. And we'll look at this. Wait, does it play audio too? I need to. Let me know if y'all hear the audio. That's when I first got it idling better, and then after time, it just kept getting better and better with the smoke. Yeah, Ken, they're out there. It's cold, and they want me to bring them in. Bocce. I'm amazed my dog in this room didn't start barking. She usually barks at everything, but she's too lazy tonight. Come here, Rose. So yeah, I'm at the point I'm gonna fix the slave cylinder and just run it, like put it under load, drive it around, because it still had like a little bit of that old diesel still like left in the lines itself. I mean, and if y'all need. I think I've showed almost all of y'all. Let me see if I can find a picture. Let me find a picture and I'll show y'all a picture. I need to get better at filming this stuff. Those are the cows. They go moo. Wait a minute. Oh gosh. That old diesel's what's giving me a headache. It kind of had a gas smell to it. Um, let's see. Dogs won't shut up. There we go. Invite. Oh wait, that's not invite. Hold on. Oh, Ken. Ken just sent me a message. That's funny. Oh, alright. Share screen. Wait, I hope that didn't pop up. And that is what was coming out of that. 33 gallons. 33 gallons of that came out of that tank. And it was awful smelling. It smelled more like, to me, it smelled like varnished gas. It didn't smell like diesel. But I pulled 30 gallons of that out of the tanks. I even did a short. I even did a short on that. Second. We used one of those drill pumps from Harbor Freight and used it to pump the You missed it. Okay, Turner, you missed the picture. Let's go back to the picture. Let me go find the picture again. Give me a second here. Here we go. All right, show this picture again. It actually worked pretty decent. It did get hot, so like every so often, I would have to stop and let it cool off. You couldn't just keep dogging on it. But anyway, this is what I pulled out of it. 33 gallons of this. And like I said, it smelled like varnished gas, not diesel. And then I put fresh diesel with some ATF in it. Later, ACM. It actually did okay. I was surprised. Let's see, go over here to this. I just sit there and did this. I spent a lot of time charging batteries. Yeah, it smelled more like more like varnished gas than diesel. I did get a new timing light this week. I picked it up at pawn shop for $75. It's a Matco MTL 500. We'll take a look at it here. It's pretty much Pull it up. Pretty much this one right here, other than it's black, but it's the MTL 500. Um, kind of fancy, fanciest timing light I ever owned. But I picked it up. Picked it up for $75. They wanted $90 at the pawn shop, and picked it up. Picked it up for 75. Yeah, I hope not, so too, because he had that injection pump rebuilt before he let it set. So the story was he had all that rebuilt. He had the engine rebuilt, the injector pump rebuilt, and then the slave cylinder went out. Well, the clutch went out, and he had the guy put the clutch and the slave cylinder in. The guy messed up the slave cylinder, and he just let it set for 9 years. So that truck set for 9 years. So I'm extremely happy that it's running at this point. It's running this decent at this point. I'm thinking that the smoke is going to get better on it with time. But the idle is perfect now. It wouldn't idle. It would rev really good, but it wouldn't idle worth a crap. It would just sit there and brum, 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 brum. But it wouldn't idle. It just wouldn't idle. But you could rev it up. It would rev up nicely. Just wouldn't. It wouldn't idle. So what I did was I replaced the return lines, changed the diesel fuel, and then put some ATF in there. Return lines, fittings, already said that. I went ahead and put the new lift pump on there while I was at it. New fuel filter, and then as I got it running with the idle, with it go vroom vroom vroom. I went one by one and I cracked each injector, and I did that a couple times. I did a couple rounds of that, and after a couple of rounds of that, it started finally. It started finally idling nicely after a few rounds of going to each ejector. Oh, be careful! My grandma got hit by one of those drivers, Bocce. Well, that's good to hear, Tarek. I got that 5.7 on that truck out there. I installed it without a timing light. It idles okay, but it has a loss of power after the new distributor got installed. Like if you put it under like a load. So I'm gonna see if it's the timing or if it's fuel problem on it. But the problem didn't happen until after the new distributor, so I'm thinking it's probably just maybe I don't have that timing right on it. So I'm hoping. I want to take a couple of days off of this truck because I gotta wait on parts. This diesel truck, that's Ford, and get to working on the. Hold on, give me 1 sec. Anyway, I got to I'm gonna take some time off that truck and do so I can work on our work truck. And then I got a customer who brought in a bunch of trailer tires that I need to install. Um, Guys, kind of rushing on that Ford pickup truck, so every now and then I'll slow down to teach him a lesson. Um, so Ken, I was just saying, I got all the parts. And I keep saying every week I'm going to do the video. I'm going to put it together and do the video. I have yet to do it. So maybe I'll take a break sometime this week and do that too. Unfortunately, the next few days is going to be extremely, extremely, extremely cold, which sucks because I have a garden out already. And yeah, it might not do too good. I mean, it's going to get down to 31. But it's only for like an hour. If they didn't change that up, I want to check the weather real quick. If they didn't change that up, so maybe I won't have too much damage. Maybe I will, but I'm not happy. Yeah, nope. It ain't changed it up. What's up, Matt? For what truck? So it's going to hit 30 tonight. Yep, so most of our garden's probably not going to survive. On the bright side, it's still early enough to replant. On the bad side of that, that's a lot of money that we just already put out in the garden. So we'll see. So on that truck, I'm waiting for the diesel truck. Ken, I'm waiting for. I think we're gonna get a new slave cylinder that's pre-bled, like Theo said. I don't think I want to try to bleed that one. We'll see how that goes. I can't believe it's getting down to freezing tonight. Oh, I better put my phone on the charger or we're gonna lose signal here. Okay, I've been chit-chatting for 19 minutes. I'll put the link out if anyone wants to join and talk. Maybe someone else has something to talk about. I'm going to know things to talk about. Oh, thank you, Ken. We got Turner. Welcome, Turner.
Hello.
Man, I was excited to hear that. I was excited to hear that truck running. I mean, 9 years, get it idle in that. At that point, I mean, it's still a little smoky. It's still got some work to go on it, but it's progress.
Huh. There. Had a feedback problem.
Yeah.
Forgot to hit pause. No, well, that I took a look at that short, and that it actually looks like she's getting cleaned up.
Yeah. The more it ran, the better it did. I think really getting that slave cylinder done and just taking it out and just actually driving it around close by will really help.
Yeah. Well, not even that. Just getting some good clean diesel into it. What might add some extra life to the seals and that inside of it and that. So.
Yeah, because I did the tank, but there was still that tiny little bit that was in the lines and stuff.
Yeah. So.
I drained the filter out a couple of times, but there's no guarantee that I got all the old diesel out of it.
Yeah. Like I said, if it keeps smoking white, then it's just pulling air in from somewhere. If it doesn't stop pulling white, because all that's just air getting into the lines. So you should be fine now that you got a good timing light coming in. That one does have the diesel cable set of cables, doesn't it?
I don't know. I haven't played with it. I got it to do this 5.7 vortex that I have on the work truck.
Yeah.
What's up, Hector?
Playing with an old Vortec.
Yeah.
Easy engines.
Yeah, it was a good truck until the distributor went out, and then I put it in. I put a new distributor in, and it idles and drives, but it loses power sometimes. It don't have the power it did before the distributor got replaced.
Yeah. Sounds like it's just not spark advancing when you accelerate.
Yeah. So obviously I got it close enough to run, but not close enough to run good.
It just takes patience and time.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Don't ever rush anything. And if you have customers that want you to rush, just turn around and tell them that you don't want that headache.
Yeah, that I don't like. I mean, you got a truck that diesel truck is set for 9 years, and you're gonna try to rush me? That truck. Hi, Adam.
Yeah, Adam.
We're lucky that it got where it is in a week.
So Ken mentioned something about a go-kart. You're building a go-kart, and what the heck are you making it out of?
No, a customer gave me one of those buggies, one of the go-kart buggy ones with the full suspension. And I got the parts, but I haven't done a video on it because I've been so busy with customer repairs. Adam, can you please send that warm weather back down here?
Yeah, pretty freakishly warm for this time of year over here.
It's dropping down to 30 tonight. That's bad because most people in Texas already got their crops out.
Do you have any smudge pots?
I wish. I got plenty of waste oil burn in them. Yeah, because we get our gardens out earlier than everybody else, but it dies down like the heat of the summer, like July and August, is when our gardens are done.
I have mine all tilled, but I'm still probably a month from planting in it.
Yeah, I think tomorrow I'm going to work on my sprinter and the leaking injector issue. Don't ever buy sprinters; they're garbage. Worst investment I ever made.
Good to know because we looked into one of those. We thought about getting rid of the work truck and getting one of those instead of having the work truck. But that's good to know.
If you do get one, go with an older one like 2003, 2004. They're cheaper to fix. They're easy, like lot easier to work on. They don't have the problems that the 6-cylinder is an absolute turd. The transmission that they got behind it is a turd. And well, as you guys probably have seen, the rear differential is not any better either because for some reason the U-bolts like to just shake themselves out.
Yeah.
Freaking. And then they rust fast.
Derek, we hit about that today here.
So if y'all hit warm, then where Turner is in Canada, you must have had somewhat of a warm, decent day too, huh?
Actually, it was real. Like in your guys' temperature scale, it would have been 50. It was for this time of year. It was actually really nice and warm. Like
yeah, because Adam's in Washington State, so you're just there in Canada, so you're just right on the same side.
Yeah, but I know it's going to get frosty tonight, and then it'll be frosty in the morning, and hopefully it'll be nice and sunny again. So
that's what y'all call fall spring, right? Where it gets warm and then it hits cold again.
Yep. No, it's not good. Very good for the peas.
Yeah, I say this is like a false winter for us because we've had 80 for weeks now. Everybody got the gardens out, and now it's going to hit below freezing. 40 during the day and freezing at night.
The people that sell the plants like it when that happens.
Right?
Yeah.
Especially when people like me go and buy like $80, $100 in plants at a time. I got plenty of seed. I always buy extra seed more than I ever need. So I got plenty of seed to resow those plants. But the tomato plants and the pepper plants and all that.
Yeah, see, the only thing I plant here, because I live in the forest, is I plant gravel. I don't need any more plants. They're all around me.
I kind of live in the forest too. They cut off the pine trees enough to build this house here, and then every now and then you'll see a spot cut out in the woods, and they for those old derrick things. Because I'm in an old town.
No.
Wow, Rick, 100 degrees. I thought y'all was supposed to be. I thought y'all was starting y'all's winter in Australia.
They don't get winter in Australia.
Well, their version of winter. They got their seasons opposite of everybody else.
Crikey, mate! There's 2 centimeters of snow outside. We're all gonna die.
Could you imagine? That right there would be something if it snowed in Australia. I mean,
it snowed in Australia.
We've had that snow apocalypse a few years ago here in Texas, which was only a few inches. But the only problem with Texas was Texas wasn't equipped for the snow weather like up north. So all the water pumps broke, all the electric power plants went down.
I just started autumn in March. Yeah, no, Australia, someplace I wouldn't mind living because I could gold mine all year round,
right?
If the government let me. No.
Are you getting more work in, Brandon?
Huh?
Are you getting more work in the shop?
Mostly just tire work right now in that truck. But that truck I've already booked about 10 hours on, so that's pretty good. It didn't take long to book that many hours to work on that truck. Even though it's small stuff, it didn't take long to book time on it.
Yeah. I'm starting to get pumps and hydraulic cylinders in.
Are you working on little DC pumps or actual belt drive pumps?
Just water pumps.
Water pumps? No.
So it's
Yeah.
centrifugal pumps and stuff like that. Split case and.
Yeah, that reminds me. I gotta try to get my pressure washer going again in my old Westinghouse. I accidentally left it outside over the winter.
Oh, great.
No, I don't know. It's done good. I've had it for 20 years. No, but I got a 240 cc power ease motor that I could try to mount on it. No, my old BE generator finally crapped out, so I've got a big motor to do something with now.
Rick says out there where the mining for gold is hotter and lack of water out in those places. I used to know a guy from the garden tractor forums that was in Australia on the out and outback. I think he only got on the internet a few times a week because he actually had to drive into town.
Oh, yeah, Rick. I know a couple years ago, you guys actually got a pretty decent drop of snow out there in Australia. It was actually decent enough, substantial enough that it made the international news.
I met a guy who moved to Australia not too long ago. He was a wildlife photographer. He was retired from the military and he became a wildlife photographer and he was moving to Australia to live out his dream.
Yeah.
It's like, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Why not? You're retired.
Now that's one place on my bucket list to go. I've been throughout Asia and the old Soviet Union and stuff like that, but going I want to do South America, Australia, maybe go South Africa because I've been North Africa, so.
There's actually a lot of YouTubers from the machinist community that are out of Australia.
Yeah, there's a big. You got Miss Emma. Is that Maddie Workshop out of Australia or someone?
Yeah.
Yep.
Maddie and Max Grant. And...
Yep. That's what I told Tom Bennett's repair shop or engine repair. He's in Australia. And he was building this little RC boat and he needs some pieces machine. I said, well, go to Miss Emma's live stream and you could probably find someone in that machinist community there to actually make your parts for you.
What is it with Polar Bear and Ed and the animal emotes? What's the inside joke there, guys?
Oh, now see the cat one. Now that's a funny story. That's a long story. Adam already knows the joke with the cat. If you don't know, Ken's allergic to cats. A certain part of his body swells up when he's around them.
So in other words, Ken would love being at my place. I only got 9 right now. Come on, Ken, come on up. I need you to paint something for me.
Yeah, that's right, Rick. Most of the work I do is for small farmers,
You know
and
what?
I do a lot of it for free or trade. Trade, I mean.
I was talking about this in the last live stream. In this day and time, with the world so unpredictable, it never hurts to know as many trades as you can, because you might have to make anything that you in the future. You might have to make stuff that you need. They might come to a point if things ever hit the fan that you can't just go out and buy like we're used to.
That's the thing is, I think everyone in the world needs to have a little bit of farm mentality. Like I used to say, when your kids turn 12, you send them to someone that has a farm, let them live there for a year, and they'll come back different kids.
See, I learned from an old German farmer, and she grew up in during the Nazi era of Germany, and anyway, she was very much into like saving and repurposing of stuff on the farm. And these streams ain't been on the rails for a long, long time.
So, have you still been looking for old machinery? Some good old milling machines and stuff like that?
I would love to have a mill. I need to get a mill and lathe back again. Well, I had a little lathe, but you can ask Adam. It was just underpowered for me.
Yeah, it was a little small. They're handy, but that one was small.
That one was pretty small, and it had its problems. You couldn't find the parts for that one. If it was the other Atlas ones, you could find it, but you couldn't find parts for that one that much. It wasn't a whole lot of parts sources for that one. What's up, Wayne?
Because the government auction should be starting up down there soon. In the States, they got a whole bunch of old military surplus and that, and I know they've shut down a couple of the shops on some of the bases down there.
Yeah.
You never know, if you keep your eyes open on there, you might be able to get some good deals on the government auctions.
I grew up near a military base here in Texas, and we used to get deals on tools and stuff all the time. Because the military, when they get ready to deploy or something, they'll go through there and throw a lot of stuff away.
Yep.
Like, you can get Snap-on tools that the government was just going to throw away because that's the government. They waste money like that.
That's how the nuclear plant is around me. They send so much brand new stuff to the auction. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Motors still in the crate with the packing slips and everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's where
That's weird. I just saw a butterfly.
One of my big mills came from there. It still has all the nuclear decommission tags on it and everything.
Yeah.
I'm going to the auction. Give me the Geiger counter.
Yeah, this one's good. Seattle has a little bit more luck, but I haven't had luck at auctions since COVID hit. I don't know what it is, but after COVID hit, everybody ran prices up at auctions.
Well, a lot of that, when they started making a lot of the auctions, like open them up to online and stuff, that really drove prices up.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is, like, up here in Canada, we had that issue. We had a couple big outfits from India that came over here and just bought everything, put it on boats and sent it over back home. Like, we just could not compete with their money. Like, they were just dropping it left, right, and center. Like, it was horrendous.
We have a guy here that comes to Texas, and he I forgot where he takes us somewhere back up in Europe, but he buys all the old tractors and stuff, puts them on Connex boxes, and takes them back to Europe.
Say hello to Ken. Say hi, Ken. I'm coming for you, Ken.
Because I guess over there in Europe they love the old American tractors, not the new American tractors.
Yeah.
Turner's Canadian. He's on the opposite side of the country. I think Wayne's over on the Ontario side, and you're on the way on the other side.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Wayne's still in for a couple more feet of snow to come. Still, got to have that spring snowfall over there, or it's just not right.
I thought so. It was Ontario, Wayne, because I was like, I sent package. I'm pretty sure it was Ontario. I got another package going to Canada. I got another order, I think, going to Canada too. Let me see. I'm gonna say the person's Maine, but let's see. We're going to. As expensive as shipping is, I still deal with a lot of orders going to Canada and the UK. Beaton? Oh, it's in Ontario. Could be Wayne's neighbor. Oh, look, it's Wayne. Hi, Wayne.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
I'm doing good.
Hello, Wayne.
How's it going?
Hi, Wayne.
Not bad.
So, where are you from in Canada?
Oh, I'm over on the island in Victoria.
Oh, in Victoria.
Yeah.
You got good weather over there.
Well, it lasts until it rains.
Yeah, but rain's better than snow. You don't have any
No, you
snow
can't.
blowers.
You can't shovel snow out from underneath the truck when you got to work under it. You can't shovel the rain. You can't shovel the rain. You can shovel the snow. And you can also build a fort around what you're working on and keep the heat in.
Yeah.
That's what I missed about Alberta in the wintertime. We used to take the dozer and pile snow up on the sides of the dozer, throw a tarp over and throw a heater in there, and you're fine.
Well, you've seen Bruce's shop. Have you seen his channel?
Nope.
Bruce Pender. He's in. I think he's in Alberta someplace, but he spends 3 months in Mexico. I wonder why.
I moved out to BC from Alberta to escape winter for a couple of years doing high-rise tower. Then I got stuck out here. Then I moved to the island just to do one job, and they raised the ferry price up, and I couldn't afford to get everything back across. So I got stuck here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not a place to get. Not a bad place to be stuck in.
It's starting to get boring though. I've seen everything, been everywhere. That's the thing, is I like adventure, and having to pay $150 for a one-way trip on a ferry for adventure just doesn't excite me.
Well, everybody from around here was heading east to the East Coast because the price of housing was so cheap.
Yeah.
But now that's starting to change.
No. That's the thing. Saskatchewan and Alberta are the last stand for people that want to buy land. And if you want to buy it, you got to get out there and buy it now.
Yeah.
It's getting that way everywhere. Land's getting harder to find.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's the thing, is in Alberta, you can still pick up about 20 acres or 3 barns for under $500,000 in some areas. Out here, $500,000 doesn't even get you a porta potty.
My uncle just bought 30 acres in eastern Kentucky. Of course, there ain't much in eastern Kentucky for $30,000.
Oh, look, your cat loves you. Mine don't love me unless I feed them.
My dog would eat a cat. I couldn't have a cat. I think my dog would eat it.
You just got to buy a big enough cat. You're in the States. You can get some pretty big cats down there.
I mean, maybe. I guess I could get a tiger, because what I have is Rottweilers. I raise Rottweilers.
So how come Brandon's face not on the screen tonight?
I'm looking like elsewhere. I'm like barely looking at the screen because my head is hurting really bad. I got a bad sinus headache.
Okay.
I wanted to do it. I would have ended. I would have not went live, but I went. There was like 2 weeks in a row that I didn't go live. I was like, I can't do that no more.
Well, this, I think, is first chance I've had to come up. Normally, I'm out there watching UFC fights in the shop with my son and a buddy of ours.
Yeah.
But this week's pay-per-view was out of England, so it was early.
Wow, Bocce.
That's your friend.
Bocce, don't ever pick on the ugly ones, because when they grow up.
Yeah, Wayne. After I sewed y'all some, I've started getting more and more orders to Canada too. I'm shipping here more to Canada here lately than in the States.
Yeah, Jake hasn't even done the video on
I
your.
know,
Well,
it's crazy.
Yeah, Jake's waiting for a little warmer weather here when the grass starts growing, and then he's going to do a video on the ones that we ordered from you.
Yeah.
And what's amazing is, I got to say, it's likely the best product invention that I've seen that the Chinese haven't infiltrated on Amazon selling yet.
They will soon, and I was going to get a patent on it, but if you research patents,
yeah,
they don't save it from the Chinese.
No.
I saw the one guy made that mouse trap, and he was doing really good with sales on I forget what kind it was, but it was a really good mouse trap. And the Chinese had it on the market on Amazon. I think, once his sales hurt at a certain level, they saw the money that they could make, so they got it on their part onto Amazon right away. And it's exactly the same thing.
Yep.
Brandon, with the patent, though, if you do get a U.S. or an international patent on it,
mm-hmm.
you can also you can actually sue Amazon for selling a imitation product, and not only that, the government can ban that product if a judgment is ruled in your favor from being imported into the U.S. or Canada.
I'm trying to think,
a lot of products are banned now.
I'm still trying to figure out if my product's worth the $10,000 to spend on a patent.
Yeah, and then what's the lawyer's fees for the lawsuit? What do they charge now? $250 an hour is likely cheap.
That can be worked into the lawsuit if you win. So if you win, the lawsuit pays for it. So but that's the thing. There's a lot of lawyers down stateside that will handle these cases for smaller people and individuals for next to nothing or free, just for the fact of doing it for experience.
But
there's also some good law firms that have people there learning that do it for free. So,
but look at all those poor people in East Palestine, what they're going to go through and how long it's going to take them to get justice. And get paid for the damage that got done to their property and their lives. It's just terrible.
Yeah.
Well, so that's the thing is, like, I know every member of the Canadian Engineering Corps, when they saw that on the news, they were all just breaking down their tears, because that's not how we handle chemical incidents up here. We've got a huge procedure that we do for stuff like that. Like, no, that was the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
We had a trail derailment in Port Colborne here today, but luckily it was just cars carrying wheat.
Yeah.
But I mean, if it would have been hazardous waste, it just so happened that right beside it was I don't know what it's called, but it's part of the Welland Canal. And it would have been a disaster if they would have been hauling hazardous waste. Like, it would have just been a disaster for all of Southern Ontario.
Yeah. Well, that's the one reason why I'm pro pipeline in Canada, because the only accidents that have happened to the pipelines have been sabotage.
Yeah.
No pipelines failed except for people that are protesting them that sabotage them. And that has actually been proven through investigations.
Well,
not a pipeline has failed naturally.
Yeah, you think about the one Biden shut down, the oil pipeline, right? Think about the pollution. Yeah, Trudeau and him. Think about the pollution that is being created by the trucks or the trains that are hauling all of that oil. Like, it's unbelievable. And the pipeline, like, it's not going to generate any pollution other than the welding fumes from welding the pipe together.
And even at that, when the pipelines do burst, there are safety valves in those pipes. And I think it's every 100 or 200 feet that if something happens, that valve kicks off, turns it off, so it's contained to a small enough area, and that it's like and it's easier to clean up and take care of. Like it's 100% smarter. Like
that was a half a million barrels a day that didn't get to the U.S.
It's just the politicians' war on fuel. They're trying to force everybody to get electric vehicles, and it's bull. The electric fab will not last.
Well, they want to ban gas drivers.
We'll all be dead. Yeah. We'll all be dead before electric becomes a permanent part of life.
Yeah,
like we're nowhere close to that. Like nowhere close.
Well,
like now, if they get that fusion going and actually make it work properly, which they said they did, but it's not, then that would be a game changer. But
or a hydrogen engine.
Yeah,
that runs on water.
Hydrogen is the future.
Yeah,
because it goes in water, comes out water, and it's a keep constant circle, and it doesn't dissipate. It doesn't the volume doesn't change. So, like.
Well, even Elon Musk himself, having Tesla, even did an interview saying that we couldn't get rid of our dependency on oil for a very, very long time. He said it would shut down things.
No, we could stop making fuel out of oil altogether right now and take all the old plastics and rubbers, run them through a pyrolysis plant, and produce enough fuel. Diesel, gasoline, and a form of natural gas, so that can be burnt as natural gas from these products for the next 200 years. That's how much waste plastic there is, and the emissions out of it is 70% lower, and the carbon output is almost nil because the carbon actually gets set in the bottom of the burning tank and separated. Right there, good for the environment. We're disposing of plastic and using it for energy.
Yeah.
Why aren't people thinking of these things? No, we got to have batteries. We got to have little African kids dying digging the ore out of mud pots and more nuclear reactors that need geothermal cooling to work in that. And no. But I better stop because I'll go on a rant and a tirade over that. So.
Well, I got to watch the company that I used to work for in the forging industry. One of our divisions makes the nuclear end fittings. So it's good. It's good. Nuclear is good for the business at my old forging company.
Yeah. No. That's the thing is if the government starts making really stupid electric vehicle laws, I'm going to take one of my old trucks. I'm going to throw a steam engine in there. I'm going to throw a bunch of logs in the back of it. And I'm going to start driving all over the place.
But the big problem with battery is over here we've got Kijiji, which is something like I don't know, that Craigslist in the States, similar type of thing where you could go online and look at what's for sale. Same thing with Facebook Marketplace. You can go on there and look at what's for sale. Start looking now at those sites and take a look at the number of battery operated lawnmowers that are for sale.
Yeah. And
the only reason is they're about 4 years old and they got to buy new batteries, and the batteries in Canada run, I don't know, $500, $600 for a battery, maybe more, right? Or the charger could have gone for the shits. Now you need a charger and a battery.
Yeah. And
I just found out we were sharpening some blades for battery operated Egos, and they haven't been able, and they need a battery, and they haven't been able to get batteries. The only ones that are available are the ones that come with the mower when you buy a mower. Wow. So they could go buy another mower and end up with a battery and two mowers, but they still can't get their spare battery because they're out of stock.
Yeah. And that's the thing is like, but people down stateside don't realize we pay almost twice the amount that they do for everything that we get up here, because we're buying it from you guys, or it gets shipped through you guys. So we got to pay the duty on that, then the tax on that, then we got to pay our own taxes. Then our dollar is weaker than yours. Like, and we make, but like we make the same hourly wages you guys do. So if you double it up, like it's.
Jake needed a spring for a John Deere snowblower, and when we went to the John Deere dealer, he said that he's never ever replaced this spring, and he said, I can get it for you, I'll check. So he called me back and he says, yeah, I can get it for you. The problem is you got to buy they're $20 each, and you got to buy 5 of them. Wow. And I said, well, if you've never used one and you're a dealer, what am I going to do with the other 4? So I got a hold of Ken Small Engine in Connecticut, and he found a guy that had one, and I was going to pay him to have it shipped to me, pay the shipping, pay the duty for a spring, because in the States the spring was $5, right?
Yeah.
Then some company got a hold of Jake, because I guess somehow they had heard us talking and commenting online, and they said we could ship you one. And I think with duty and the exchange and everything, I think we got the customer the spring for $31. But at least we got him a spring, and we weren't stuck for 4.
Yeah, I hate John Deere up here. Like there's just too many things that drive me crazy about them. Like I work on Deeres all the time and try and get parts out of them. It's the half of it doesn't make sense. Like, yeah, you have to buy a package of them. Like, I just need 2 bolts that are like selectively for this here, and I can't buy them anywhere else. They're not something unless I get a machine shop to machine them for me.
Yeah.
No, you gotta buy 50 of them. Like, seriously.
We've got an account with Fastenal. And I guess back in the day, 9 years ago, Jake started the business. So we opened up an account with Fastenal that sells all kinds of hardware. But it's not a walk-in store. You have to have an account with them, and then you call in your order or order it online, and then you go and pick it up. But you can't go in there and buy it as a regular person.
Nope.
So now you need 150 employees in order to get an account with them. That's how big they've gotten.
Yeah.
And I get a phone call from one of the guys that I used to work with, and he said, hey, Wayne, would you happen to have this metric bolt? And I said, geez, I don't think I got that bolt. What do you need it for? He said, my son's got a Honda motorcycle, and he got a hold of the Honda dealer, and they want $48 for this bolt. So I said, well, let me call Fastenal and see if I could get it for you, and then you could go and pick it up under our name. It was $4.85, and that was with tax included. And he just went and said it's Eliminator Performance Cash, right? So he called them up. They had it. He went in there. He paid them $5, said keep the change, and walked away with a $5 bolt.
Yeah. I've been using Fastenal for a long time. That's where I get all my metric grade 10s from. And I've actually got their software that they actually have that you inventory. So every time I use one of my bolts or one of my nuts out of my selection, I check it off, and they actually will restock me every month.
Good.
Like they're really like over here, like same in Alberta, they started doing, they bought Fastener Force and all that out here, and they're like, I don't know if I would have survived without them.
Yeah, good company.
Yeah, when I rebuild the hydraulic cylinders for John Deere's, if you go through John Deere, the rebuild kits are like $180, $190 sometimes. I can go to my local hydraulic shop and measure out the seals and get them for like $20.
Yeah. Exactly the same stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They shut all the Fastenals down in my area. And ours, at one time, like several years back when I first started Small Engine, you could walk in there without account. And then they made it where you had a CAD account, and then they just started shutting them down.
Yeah. Now in the States, you guys got a company, I think it's out of the States, McMaster Car.
Yep.
Yep.
They're a good company to order stuff from.
Yep. My local hardware store has about most of everything I need at a reasonable price, and it's just like right there, not far from me. It's like maybe a couple miles down the road.
So,
They got, like,
so Wade,
sizes.
Yeah.
who's your favorite tool store in Canada?
Favorite tool store? Most of the time we're at Canadian Tire, but we'll go to Princess Auto, and a lot of the stuff Jake orders online. Like he'll order tools online that we can't find, like the Knipex. Well, there's Smith Industrial is local, so if we want something top end, we can go to Smith Industrial, and he's either got top quality stuff or he can order it for us.
Do you guys have KMS over there yet?
No KMS, don't.
I feel bad for you guys. Jeez. No,
We're not big enough.
Canadian Tire.
I think Port Colborne's got 30,000 people, and the closest town to us, Welland, maybe they've got 70,000 people. So we're not big around here.
Yeah. No. So, well, that's the nice thing about our Canadian Tire. At least we can buy rebranded gear wrench tools and have that same warranty. So,
yeah,
all the Mastercraft Maximum.
Yeah, all the Mastercrafts. I've taken some stuff back that I've had from, Jake's 33 now, and I think the tools, the sockets that he's using are what I had 30 or 40 years ago from Canadian Tire.
Yeah. No.
I use Granger a lot too, Tarek.
Yeah, Granger's another good one here.
Yeah, Grainger. We got Grainger. They're just expensive up here, but they're handy. They got stuff that no one else does.
And then here we have
they're expensive on some things. Yeah, their book is like that thick here.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And then we have the two. I don't know if they have them up there where Adam is, but I know we do here in Texas. We have the two bearing places. We got Purvis and Motion Industry.
We have Motion here, and the thing that I super hate it. I had the best belt and bearing place ever locally. They had every bearing, every belt you'd ever need. They get you matched belts and everything. Motion bought them out, and now it's garbage there. The sales reps don't like people coming in off the street. They only want to deal in bulk, and it's just awful.
Well, if we need anything specialty belts that we can't get, like we buy, likely 90% of our parts we buy off of Stens. They've got a warehouse in Brantford, Ontario, and you get, I think they just raised orders of $185 now. You get free shipping. Before it was $150, but we likely order $10,000 to $15,000 off of them every year. And they got like aftermarket parts. Now, when we get something specialty, we go to a company called BDI in St. Catharines, and they'll get us specialty like deep V belts.
Yeah, I go through Stens, but and I have a rotary is one of my accounts I had. I haven't got my account switched over here yet. I gotta because I moved 4 hours away. I gotta restructure my whole business now to get my account started back. But
Jake's got an account with MTD where he can get the Oregon parts. He's got one with Power Source in Canada and Mississauga for Briggs and Stratton. Canada Power Technologies, that's where we get our Husqvarna parts from.
It's actually hard here to get matched size belts since that belt place left.
Well,
when you're putting belts on like milling machines and stuff, you need 4, and you really want them to all be the exact same length.
Yeah. And that's one thing I told Jake we should do a video one day on belts, because you're going to find out that whatever the belt's supposed to be, it ain't even close. And it doesn't matter if it's an OEM or an aftermarket, but I've seen aftermarkets be 1.5 inches too long.
Yeah, it's all ballpark.
1.5 inches. Hard to believe, eh? 1.5 inches too long for an aftermarket belt made in India. Now, the only one that's happened to is if they're made in India. The ones that are aftermarket that are made in Mexico, they're as good for length as the OEMs are.
Now it's because India is converting from metric to imperial. You know, I don't know. Understand it. How many millimeters are in an inch?
I used to.
Sorry.
I used to use the Sten's True Blue belts a lot on a lot of my own equipment because I run a lot of older equipment.
Yeah, they only sell them in whole lengths, though.
Yeah, and one thing I found is you got things like Cub Cadet that has like these weird sizes, and you have to pretty much can order through them on some of their belts.
Yeah, we'll use the True Blue Kevlars if it's a whole size.
Yeah.
And provided that the IPL shows that it's a covered belt.
Yeah.
If it shows it's a raw belt, raw edge, then we won't use it.
Yeah. Yeah, I had one belt was for a commercial zero turn, and I think that belt was $100. And it's because it was a weird size. It had it didn't have just the normal shape. It was tapered on the other side too.
Oh, double V'd. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was around $100 just for that belt, deck belt.
Ferris mowers use a lot of double V belts.
Yeah. I think this one was a commercial Gravely, which I never had problems with Gravely's having weird belts before this one. It was one of the newer commercial Gravely's.
Speaking of Gravely, are you subscribed to Gravely, man?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, because he's got some really sharp Gravely equipment, like 1950. Imagine that, 1956, 1961 original Gravely equipment, still running, not reconditioned and repainted. And I, it was his dad's stuff, and he took so good care of it. It's amazing on what this stuff looks like.
Most of my equipment's old. My mower is from the 1970s. My tractor is from the 1940s. I like the old stuff. I can keep it going. They don't break down as often as the newer stuff.
Yeah, but you know how to take care of your equipment, right?
Yeah.
Most people don't. They don't even clean it.
I know how to do points. A lot of people are scared of points. Never was scared of points.
Yeah, we've got a bunch of points and condensers in stock, but if we can, we just switch it over to electronic ignition with the as long as it'll mock up with the new coil.
Yeah. Yeah, some you can do that with, some you can't. I got my old tractor. You either have to change out the whole distributor or leave as is, and I'm perfectly fine. Mine has don't have the battery cool. It has the magneto still.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool because if my battery dies, I can just crank it over my hand.
Yeah.
Hey Brandon, you want me to ship you a gift?
Oh, those right there, that kit right there is actually handy to have.
I have not used. I bought it and I have never used it.
Really? Kane, you knew she was going to see that comment. We don't know she's never 100% away. She's always around. Yeah, what's up, Christ Center Ironworks? If y'all haven't seen Christ Center Ironworks, Roy is a heck of a good blacksmith.
Hello.
He makes it look so easy, and when I go to try it, it's not that easy. But he makes it look easy. He's an artist when it comes to metal.
Chris's small engine says he likes the older stuff. Yeah, it was made out of real steel that didn't bend.
Yep.
My old 828 Craftsman, 1/8 thick steel on the auger housing. It's got a chute opening bigger than anything they make today, and we get this heavy wet snow. It may not throw it far, but it keeps throwing it without plugging up. Try that with one of the new ones, even the 3 stages. Doesn't work.
Oh God, Ken. I'll get you, Ken. Ken, you better not ever come and visit your in-laws. You'll be too close to the bocce when you come to visit your in-laws.
Oh God, I would love to see the two of them in one room together,
arguing.
That would be good content.
Tom just woke up. I just saw his post. It's funny, we just talking about Australia. I mentioned him earlier.
Thank you. Oh God. Should bring both Bocce and Ken up here. I'll dress them up in medieval armor and give them a couple of rattan swords, and they can beat the living snot out of each other.
Million views.
Well,
Yep.
well, in Dallas
Really?
we have one of those medieval time restaurants. We could take them there.
See, up here we got the SCA, Society of Creative Anachronisms, where the whack jobs that dress up in medieval stuff once a year and beat the snot out of each other with actual really hard sticks and break bones. No, it's the time of year that we break out all our aggression.
I've been bugging Bocce all day. With Mama Said jokes from Waterboy because I was in Louisiana earlier. I've been seeing Mama Said jokes. It's on your last nerve. Later, Rick.
Yeah, have a good night, Rick.
See you, Rick.
See you, Rick. Does Bocce have a channel?
No, she's just a very good supporter of everybody. She's goofy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, to me, she seems like she's the cheerleading squad.
Yeah.
And Ken's the nerdy little boy that hides under the bleachers, looking up her skirt, praying for the day that she'll kiss him.
Bocce says I'm from an Army family. Yeah, and he's only a Marine. Yeah. Someone said something about him one time. They said, yeah, he's hard-headed because he's a Marine. That's why Ken's so hard-headed.
Yeah. Well, there's a reason why up in Canada the engineering corps is military. If it was Air Force or Marine, we'd be screwed. Mostly them Air Force guys. They make no sense to me then.
She has an OnlyFans. Oh man, Bocce, come on! I know times are tough.
Hey guys, I'm going to hit the road.
All right, Wayne. Thanks for stopping
Take care. It's been nice being up here with you guys. Stay safe.
Yeah.
Pleasure meeting you, Wayne.
You too, boys.
Yep.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, Ken's a married man. He's married, man. 20 watching. Welcome, everybody.
Well, Ken, they never really know who you are online, you know.
Ken's almost like a goofy brother, almost. Known Ken a while now on YouTube.
All I know is now after seeing Ken's memes and work, I've got to step up my game and come up with some better creative memes. You got to give him a run for his money.
Yeah, I think my memes are. Yeah, Ken, your wife has to be a saint to put up with you.
Ken's a good guy.
Yeah, I think my memes are over with. Because someone told someone that my meme was about them and it wasn't. So I was like, you know what? I'm not doing memes no more. Because it wasn't. Someone told a lie on me. And that was wrong. And that's as far as I'm going to go. Because that meme was not about that person. It was probably about the person that sent the meme to that person. Probably, to be honest with. Nobody can take a joke these days.
I actually don't do a lot of online stuff, so I'm not 100% sure what memes are.
It's just a goofy picture with some kind of saying.
Hey, Bocce, the only reason I think Ken's wife hasn't shanked him yet is he's not rich enough yet.
See if I can find one that I did for Ed. I'll kind of show you what I did. It is because anytime I do one for Ed, the old tech guy, I definitely got to pick on him because I always pick on Ed.
Thank you, Ken.
No.
Yeah, well, Roy, I got to the point where I just YouTube when I want to. I don't listen to nobody. I go to the streams I want to go to, which I meant to go to Roy's stream today. I was working on that truck, and I got excited when I heard it run. You should have seen me. I was dancing. I was cheering. It runs! Yes! Victory!
So it's like a Planet of the Apes moment. Yeah. It runs, them damn apes.
So this one I did for Ed because Ed's funny and you can do stuff like this. And it's just me, a picture of someone sleeping at a desk, me watching an Ed the Tech guy stream. See? So it's stuff like that.
Yeah. I'm just sad some people took offense to my Bauer tool meme that I made. No. I guess there's too many people that like Bauer tools and Harbor Freight down there.
Yeah. Ken, I probably shouldn't start that. That would be stirring the pot for those people that's already trying to start stuff on a stream. So we'll just not show that meme. But it is a funny meme that you sent me.
Brandon, how's the turtles doing?
Come on, share.
No. The tortoises are doing well. One died. I don't know if you remember telling you that.
No.
It just up and died. It had it fell to do anything. But the other one's doing really, really good. He's growing. He's eating like a pig. I can put a piece of lettuce in there and he has it eaten within no time. So he's doing good. I'm gonna build him a tortoise table outside in the near future. Yeah, Ed. She threatened to kick me earlier, and I said, Bocce, your leg can't reach that high. Well, she was going to kick me in the rear earlier, and I told her leg can't reach that high. Yeah, that little guy chows on ever. So Ken makes me do a live stream so he can watch it in class every Monday morning, me feeding the tortoise. Every Monday morning, we do a live stream on my random channel, the Brandon.Buckler one. And it's just the tortoise eating. No sound, no nothing, just the tortoise eating.
Yeah, I put them on sometimes after when I'm done with work.
Yeah.
That's cute. No.
So, we do that. Oh, you know what, Ed? That might hurt a little bit more, though, than getting kicked in the rear. Getting kicked in the shin. I think I'd rather get kicked in the rear.
So you said you're doing a lot of tire work. Did you replace your tire machine?
Yeah, that got figured out. They just paid the guy that bought it back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I get a lot of requests to do tire stuff too, but I haven't, and put plugs and stuff in, but I haven't gotten to get a tire machine yet.
Yeah.
I do enough
Tires
random
make it worth
stuff.
it.
I hate to branch off any more than I already am.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're doing a lot of tire work, tire machine is the way to go. I can't imagine not having one.
I have one of those for the times I have to do it. Those manual ones you bolt to the floor of your shop. But that's only for like commercial mower tires and stuff like that.
Yeah, that saves your education. By watching my tortoises, you're learning. You're listening to your teacher. I guess I'm glad I can help you with your teachings.
Did you hear garage door all figured out, Brandon?
So it opens better now. What I did was I took some welded up some channels still so it wouldn't flex as much. It would open up a whole lot easier if I had the spring for it. So you still have to put a little bit of back into lifting it up, but if I had the spring on it, it would probably be a lot easier to lift up.
Yeah. But it does open and close now?
Yeah.
Without trapping you inside?
Yeah, without trapping me inside. No, it's bad. No, Ken, I never got the spray paint. I never got the spray paint off the bathtub. That kid, man, I tell you what. I can't believe he went to my shop. I had to start closing my shop door because the little boy would wake up like 5 or 6 in the morning, go out in the shop, get into stuff. He stole a can of spray paint, spray painted the bathtub.
I'm starting to yawn. That means that it's nap time. I'm gonna have to hop off. It was fun hanging out with you guys.
I need to end this soon too. I gotta end this to feed my dogs. So I need to end this, and then I'm gonna go feed my dogs and eat supper. I haven't eaten supper yet. It's almost 10 o'clock, and I ain't ate dinner yet.
Jesus.
And
my dinner's cooking. Not done yet, but almost done.
Mine is, and it's a pork roast, so it's gonna be good.
Well, it was a pleasure hanging out with you guys, and I'll see you next stream, I guess, Brandon.
Right.
And same with you, Adam. Fun seeing you again. And everyone else, just behave.
Later, Turner.
Ciao.
Whew. We got here. Next time, set an alarm. Hello, said. Blueberry said laugh out loud. Oh. All right. Well, Adam, I think it's been a good one.
Yep.
I want to try to make it longer next time, but I have to feed the dogs because they ain't had food. They didn't get fed last night, so I got to feed them tonight. So anyway, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to end the stream, get off here, and go feed the dogs. I appreciate everybody for being here. I will see y'all next Saturday, and I will try to get the go-kart video out this week. I'll try. No promises, but I'll try. Anyway, later, everyone.